Welcome back. FNM MP Reece Chipman hasn't been easy on his party. He's spoken out against the government on more than one occasion, but the over-the-hill representative insists despite the rumblings, he remains a strong Free National Movement supporter. Leah Cooper has the story.
Centerville MP Reece Chipman offered up no apology when he addressed the Free National Movement's conclave this weekend, leaving many a bit skeptical if the party was united a force as it claims it is. When questioned on Monday, Mr. Chipman told reporters he feels good coming out of the closed-door meeting. In fact, he says he and the party's membership maintain a good relationship. Still, he admits there's still work to be done.
I can't say that I have a disconnect with any of my party members. I wouldn't say any of them. I can't say I have a disconnect in terms of the overall feel of it. I think we do recognize so that there's some work to be done, and we are all willing to work on it.
Mr. Chipman was one of the 4 rebel backbenchers to vote against the government's proposed increase in value-added tax, and subsequently a resolution allowing the government to enter a 5-year lease agreement with the Town Center Mall, a shopping complex partly owned by Senior Cabinet Minister Brent Simonet. Prior to all of this, Mr. Chipman served as chairman of the Antiquities, Monuments, and Museums Corporation, but less than a year on the job, and he was told to either resign or be fired. The ultimatum was reportedly related to Mr. Chipman's handling of the AMMC.
Dissent is not, or dissenting or having a different point of view is not that you do not support a government. You may not support a particular issue or an item on an agenda, but not that you do not support a government. And so I think that, no, it doesn't have any, for me, moving forward. You know, what has transpired has nothing to do with what would happen moving forward.
What we can expect, however, is for the FNM MP to continue supporting the needs of his constituents. Reporting for JCN News, I'm Leah Cooper.
Meantime, 2 of the 4 so-called rebel backbenchers in the Free National Movement have apologized for their behavior in the recent months. Our news team can confirm that making amends were Pine Ridge and Baines and Grantstown MPs Frederick McAlpine and Travis Robinson, as indicated while Messrs. Miller and Chipman addressed the 2-day conclave. There was no apology from either a council member, telling our news team that the consensus was that there is a communication problem between the government and supporters of the party. The conclave bore the theme 21st Century Governance, committed to the cause, with the aim of conducting a critical and frank analysis and assessment of the party in keeping with its manifesto, party principles, and philosophy of governance. The party also met to set a long-term strategy for the development of a think tank, the ongoing development of new parliamentarians and party offices, and an improved communications program. In his address, party leader Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis acknowledged that the party had made mistakes and that as a result, the FNM's accomplishments were overshadowed because of them. Well, the opposition chairman weighing in on what transpired this weekend, Senator Fred Mitchell, in a release, charged that no amount of rewriting and revisionism at the not-so-secret conclave can disguise the rancor, intimidation, and attempts to punish and suppress free speech that reportedly occurred at the FNM's conclave. In fact, he called it shameful what FNM leaders attempted to do with their MPs. The PLP senator accepts that what the FNM does behind closed doors is its business, but what is seen in public, he said, is a government that can't generate a good headline to save its life, one that is bungling its way from one crisis to the next. It ended by calling on all MPs and those of goodwill to work even harder to remove what he called an unworthy, deceitful, and untrustworthy government from office. In other news this evening, Palm Key today officially broke ground on the $100 million One Marina residences, 2- and 3-story luxury condominiums and penthouses overlooking the community's award-winning marina. Among those turning the first shovel of dirt was Works Minister Desmond Bannister, who says the multi-million-dollar injection proves there's still investor confidence here in the Bahamas.
There's an indication of the government's willingness to look at these developments and see how we can assist in facilitating their movement. I also heard Mr. Bashley indicate that a number of Bahamians are going to be buying residences here. And so this is not some place where Bahamians will not be welcome.
One marina will feature 84 2- and 3-bedroom residences at a starting price of $800,000. The first building will comprise 10 units, and the project is expected to be completed by the first quarter of 2020. And according to Palm Key's Chief Executive Officer, Rob Batchelor, the work is being done by fully Bahamian contractors with more job opportunities for Bahamians.
I expect that we will have between 50 and 75, because we've actually got, today was about one marina groundbreaking, but we're actually already, you'll have seen as you drove in, we've got people working on Anchorage 4. So again, and that's H&R Construction. So across the two sites, we will have between 50 and 75.
Now, approximately 107 residences and 72 lots have already been purchased at Palm Key, with developers investing $65 million in infrastructure, construction, and amenities. When we return, news from the courts and the overnight crime beat. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Alive.